Okay, hi everybody, this is Ryan, and I'm back for video. This time we're going to talk a little bit about data organization. So data is organized in a number of ways. You've probably seen a lot of these. These things are, there's different graphs. There's like bar graphs, side-by-side bar graphs, histograms, and dot plots. There's also types of charts like a Pareto chart, a pie chart, a side-by-side bar chart, and a stack bar chart. So the first one we're talking about is a bar graph. So this is what a bar graph looks like right here. This is a bar graph. This type of graph uses bars to represent each category. The length of each bar shows how many times an item is in the category. So that's like frequency. Frequency is how many times it occurs. A Pareto chart, sometimes it is helpful to organize categories from the most to the least. And that is what a Pareto chart does. It organizes things from more to fewer, or it goes from fewer to more, either way. But so it's basically a bar graph. It's just a special one. Now, a pie chart deals with percentages. That's a big thing with pie charts. You got to understand it deals with percents. It is percent of the whole. So in this one, a pie chart looks like a circle cut into slices, or like a slice of pizza. And it represents 100%. And you're looking at the parts of 100. So like, for example, this mice. Mice is 22%. So that's 22% of 100%. And that's its pie size. That's its slice of pie. When we want to compare a category across different groups, we can use side-by-side bar charts or stack bar charts. I use a lot of side-by-side bar charts and things like that when I'm in my job. Like, I'll compare grades. Like, they do mice, birds, cats. I would do like grade, and then I would do a male or a female would be my bar chart. So like, this is grade 1, and then I would look at males or females. So that's another type of a bar chart. You have a stack bar chart, which is similar. It kind of does the same thing as a pie chart a little bit, because it's 100%. So basically, you're dealing with the total of mice. It's 100%. Histogram. Histograms are a type of graph that is useful when you have a lot of data to show, because you group the data in equal size bins or intervals. Sometimes we call them bins intervals. They're called intervals. So if you notice here, like this bar, these bars go from 2. So the bins can be made wider or narrower depending on how many observations we have. Each bin in histogram shows a number of observations that fall within a certain range, starting from left to right. Another type is a dot plot. Kind of like a bar chart, but it's made with dots. Each dot represents a number or a value. Let's talk about some summaries here of data. So there's several different summaries we'll talk about. The first one's the mean, and the way you find the mean is you sum all the values and divide by the number of values. So if we would have like 3, 4, and 5, and I want to know the mean, I'm going to add up those numbers at 3 plus 4 plus 5 and divide by 3, because there's 3 numbers. That's how you would find the mean. The median would be the middle. So the median is the middle number. So if you have 3, 4, 5, this is the median. Now, one thing about the median is if you have an odd number, it's the middle. But if you have an even number, like 3, 4, 5, 6, the middle is actually between those two numbers right there. So the median will actually be 4.5. So you gotta kind of watch out for that. If it's an odd number, it's the middle. And if it's an even number of items, it's the average of the two middle numbers. That's what this is showing right here. That's right there. And the mode is the value that occurs the most. Items could have multi-modes. So if you have a number like this, like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, this would be what's called bimodal, because it has it has 2 modes. 2 and 3 are the modes. So you could have bimodal. Typically, you don't really go past bimodal. It would be one mode, no modes, or bimodal. Usually, is what we would talk about. Now, range. Range is how spread the data is. Now, the thing about this is you got to look at the values in order. So when you talk about the range, order really matters. So you have the range. These numbers are in order from 3 to 5. 3 to 22. So the range would be 22 minus 3, or 19 values. but the numbers have to be in order. Now, what is the deviation from the mean? To calculate the deviation from the mean, we find how far each data point is from the average of the data set by subtracting the mean from each data point. These values are called deviations. The standard deviation is a measure of how spread the numbers are from the average. It is always positive and can be influenced by outliers. So here's your formulas for the standard deviations of population and of a sample. I recommend on these to use your calculator. If you need to find a standard deviation, use your calculator. Now, variance is like standard deviation, except for it's the square. The variance is the square of the standard deviation. And again, I would recommend your calculator on this. A 5-number summary is important. It takes into account outliers. So the minimum is the smallest value, the median is the middle value, and the first quartile is the median of the lower half. So if we have these numbers, 10, 12, 15, 17, 20, 22, and 25, let's find the median. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7. So we're going to be looking at the middle number, which is 17. So 17 is the median. Now, the first quartile would be the median of the bottom half. That'd be 12. And the upper quartile would be the median of the upper half. That'd be 22. So your 5-number summary would then be 5-number summary would be your 2 low values. So this would be your low, this would be your high, and that would be your median, your 5-number summary. So data can be skewed left or right. So if we look at a graph, so typically symmetry looks like this. Skewed left looks like this, and skewed right looks like that. So we talk about the mean and the median, you know about that. We know about the mode. We talk about symmetry. We talk about the first quartile, the third quartile, left skewed, right skewed. Talked about all that. 5-number summary. Now, one thing you might want to take a look at in this class is working with spreadsheets. Spreadsheets can help you do a lot of this math. So what are the steps for Microsoft Excel spreadsheet? So load the data set, insert the numbers into cells. You're going to want to look at the data analysis pack, and then you want to create a chart. So hopefully this helped you. If you have questions, please let me know.